Please give it up for Norbert Herrmann, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Okay. I'm really proud to present Berlin today. Last year, Startup Genome had an article on Berlin. It was called Capital of Cool. It's cold today, yes. In this cool city, capital of the city, I work in the Senate Department for Economics, which is like a ministry for Berlin. And my task is to understand the startup ecosystem. You will see it's not easy to understand. There's so many things. I used a mind map and I found out no, using a mind map makes sense. So I remembered I was talking to Alexander Osterwalder and he told us something about the business model canvas. I try to use that for administration to startups, which means I don't speak for Berlin, but I speak for the Senate Department for Economics, and I try to make sure that it's working fine. So we were sitting together and we were defining 5 special pains for startups where we can have some influence. Infrastructure, talents, capital, connectedness, local and global connectedness. I took these and put them into the business model canvas as key performance indicators, as value proposition. What you see here, we cannot manage the business model or the business ecosystem, the startup ecosystem. We need partners. Partners are of major importance for Berlin. The Berlin administration is working together with partners to make sure that it's not a bubble, that it's working on, and Berlin can be the capital of cool for some more years. And what you see, a main thing could be the European market, and the German market is also a pain for the startups. They need access to the market. Maybe the GovTechs need access to us too. So the GovTechs want to get access to administration to make sure that the technology can work. This is why I have an additional key performance indicators. And what I do all the time is making sure that the expectations don't rise too high. The government cannot do everything, but it tries to do a lot. We have a startup stipend in Berlin, we have business immigration service and some more things. So we support what is possible. Not everything is possible, to be honest. We spend a lot of money. We have the Berlin brand. We are happy to have this brand. We spend money on the infrastructure. We also know that especially infrastructure, not everybody wants startups to have another office. Maybe some people need to live someplace. So we need to find balances in that too. What we also see is, what I really love is city as a service. We would love to provide Berlin as a city who's providing services more than that I have with the investment bank and that. So we can use startups for the city and their technology for the city to make it work better. And we are closely connected to startups. What you see, why we do that? The unemployment rate is really high in Berlin. It used to be unbelievably high. So we do it to make the people having some work. We want taxes as well to come into Berlin, but the unemployment rate, if you look at the stats here, you really see it was more than 19%. It's an unbelievable rate. And compared to Germany, it's still very high, but what you see is the gap is becoming closer, and what you also see is it's really going down. So we are a capital of cool in Berlin, but this business model canvas could be for every city in the world, isn't it? What is special in Berlin? What is the special thing? Everybody in the room from Berlin has a different idea on that. My main idea is we have the 3 T's, like technology, good universities, like talents, cool people coming here, like tolerance. Maybe this tolerance, making cool people come here, is of major importance. We had an article, you also cannot read that, but what you see is there's a network of people. None of them came from Berlin, but they stayed here. They are the startup alumni. And if I talk to startups in Berlin, most of them once worked with Rocket Internet or with other companies that are the alumni. If I had to say which are the major things to take care about, I would say put the universities, use them as engine of the innovation more than you do now, and GovTech and city as a service. What you see here is on the very top, this is We don't want Berlin to be a one-rocket wonder. We want Berlin to be more than that. We want to have it sustainable and running on. We don't only look at the sky, we also look at the cool people like you coming here to Tech Open Air and to other events, and we as City of Berlin support wherever we can. Thank you.
So one question for you too. I mean, what do you would like to talk about with the people here in the audience if they come up to you now, and what kind of conversations do you want to engage in?
I want to listen. I want to find out what's going on, what is your main purpose, what is driving you, what is making you nervous. And I can tell you I don't have answers, but I have some chances to open some doors and give access that we can make it better.
Great. Thank you so much. Give it up for Mr. Herrmann, ladies and gentlemen. Awesome job. Thank you.